Hey friends, how are you? Hope you're well and you've had a good week. Mine's been busy. And I have to say I'm feeling the effects today. I am really tired. So I will probably yawn my way through this video. Hopefully I'll get it finished before I fall asleep. So yeah, Mum and I went out on Monday to do Christmas shopping. It was a slow starter. It really was a slow starter. It was like we just weren't getting anywhere, and then suddenly went into one shop, saw a couple of things, and then that just basically kick-started it. So that was really good. We've got it virtually finished. I have a few things I need to pick up when I go into Edinburgh to meet a friend on 8th of December, but that's fine. As I know, I've just got to pick get a couple of things, and that's it complete. But yeah, that's me virtually finished all my Christmas shopping. I think I've just got a couple of things to do, and that's it. I have a lot of things to make, as in bake. My other half's stocking is going to be probably a lot of it will be baked goods and made goods. I've got a couple of things I need to make him. I have to finish off the Advent, but luckily he's away and he won't be back until kind of the 5th, 6th of December. So I've got a week to get my ass in gear and just finish off that. But I'll be done, I'll be fine. So yeah, so that was that, and then I am pleased to say that I got all the presents and that cards that needed to go Canada, America. I got them away this week. I also got while I was doing that, I thought, oh, I'm just gonna write my Christmas card. So I put on an ambience video and had Christmas music playing with a crackling fire, and I got all my Christmas cards written. All the ones that need to be posted are away, so I'm really, really pleased to have got that done. It's something you think, oh, I'll get them done early, and I'm really glad I have got them done early. It means that they're done. I don't have to think about it. I can concentrate on other things, so that's really good. So yeah, so there was that, and then Wednesday, Dad and I went to a brush lettering course. It was supposed to be Mum and I, but my poor mum's got two frozen shoulders. She's getting a bit more movement. We're waiting on physio. Well, she's got physio again in December. We do know that she's probably going to get a cortisone injection in them, but unfortunately that won't happen till the new year, which is a bit of a pain. We could have done with it, her getting them earlier, but it's not going to happen, so we just have to stick with it. So she can't really write, so Dad came with me, and we had an hour and a half of fun. You got so much within the box itself. You got 6 big ceramic baubles about that size. You got 6 small ones. You got worksheets. You got a big pad of paper, and you got your pens. And you started off just by doing like lines on the paper, on the worksheets, and then you went on to doing letters and then words, and then when you felt more comfortable you went on to writing on the baubles. It was really fun. I think I used 1 big bauble and 2 small ones, and I think Dad used 1 and 1, so we decided we're going to keep them, and when Mum's better we'll just we'll show her what to do, and she can, because I took videos of it as well, and it means that she will be able to see what to do and pick it up from there. So yeah, we'll have a family day at some point of doing lettering and bauble stuff, but that will probably won't be till after Christmas. But that's absolutely fine. We don't have to use them this year. We can keep them and use them next year, so that's good. And then yesterday I had a glass lesson. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Went up there to do copper foiling and absolutely had a blast. I'm making stuff because a friend is taking a table at a Christmas market near us. It's a 1-day thing, and she's very kindly said I can put some stuff onto her table. I'll obviously pay for part of the table rental, etc. So I made a few things for that yesterday. If you want to see, please head over to my Instagram story. I will leave a link to my Instagram page down below in the description. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that. And this morning it's just been busy. One of my friends is coming for the weekend, so it was like just having to sort of tidy bits and pieces up. So I'm absolutely knackered now. So I just want to go and sleep, but I need to get some videos done and some book reviews written, so that's gonna be my afternoon. But it's fine. I actually enjoy doing it, which is fine. So reading wise, I have finished 2 books this week, which has been great. I've read Sheriff in the Saddle by Delores Fossen. This is my first Delores Fossen. It's a Harlequin intrigue. The reason I don't have the book to show you is because my dad's reading it now. Yep, I've got Dad onto Harlequin intrigues. He's read 4 so far and really enjoyed them, so we've put him onto this one. So we meet Lee. Now Lee is the sheriff in her town, and her ex-boyfriend Cullen runs one of the local ranches, and he is throwing a party for his 2 best friends who have become engaged. However, the police are called because a body is found in his bedroom, and this person happens to be his ex-girlfriend. So we have this investigation happening, and it's not just the ex-girlfriend that's been murdered, but one of his ranch hands has also been badly injured. And there's sparks between Lee and Cullen because they were like boyfriend girlfriend in high school. So there's sparks with that, and like neither of their fathers like each other, so there's that animosity as well. There's also animosity for Lee from one of her workers who thinks that he should have been sheriff and not her, and he, phones her father at every turn and, basically grasses on her, going, well, she's not doing this, she's not doing that. Her father in turn then phones her, and she's like, Dad, keep your nose out. But as things progress, we realise that the person who is the perpetrator was not really gunning for those 2 people. He's actually gunning for Cullen and Lee. And various things happen to both of them throughout the story. And they know that the 2 friends that Cullen threw the engagement party, they know that they are lying about things. And it's trying to get, the story from them as well. It was a page turner, guys. I was sitting there, I couldn't stop reading it. I was like, well, I wanted to know what happened next. I just really, really enjoyed it. And as I say, it was my first Delores Fossen. It's not going to be my last. I really liked her writing style, loved the characters, and just really loved the whole pace of the story. I then read or listened to A Merry Christmas Princess by Susan Mallery on Audible. I wanted to pick up an audiobook last weekend because I just was feeling tired, didn't want to read, and I have to say I thoroughly enjoyed this one. We meet a princess. Well, she is a princess by adoption, in that her mother married the king. Herself and her mum used to live in America. I'm afraid her name, I'm blanking on her name at the moment. I just cannot remember it. But herself and her mum used to live in America, and then her mum went over to this Middle Eastern state to teach at the American school, and fell in love with the king. The king fell in love with her. They married, so she became a princess due to her mother's marriage, and the king actually adopted her. But she doesn't like she finds being a princess, if she's travelling, very intrusive, so she travels under an alias, and she works in her father's stud stable, and one of his horses is coming to America to Happily Inc. to become part of this stud farm. So she says she'll go with the horse as kind of the stable hand. And she does, and she meets, obviously, the gentleman that has bought the horse, and I'm afraid, again, I'm blanking his name. I'm just so tired, I cannot remember. I'm sorry, guys. But basically, it's the story of their romance. And she lived, when she lived in America, she lived just about, say, an hour away from where the stud farm was, so she knows the area. And it's her sort of being treated as, shall we say, normal, and doing everyday things, and becoming involved with, his family, becoming friends with his sister, making friends in Happily Inc. And, it's neither of them really want to fall in love, but that's the way it's happening, and it's the story of how things work out for them. It was a really sweet, it was a 3-hour long audiobook, and I really enjoyed it. I really liked the story. I liked the town of Happily Inc. I think this is my first or my second in that series. I'm going to have to go back and make sure that I read the rest, because I just thoroughly enjoyed it. So that was that. I then picked up Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree. I'm really enjoying this. I am, how many pages in? I am 143 pages in. I've got sort of that to read, but what they've done in this is there's that's the story, so I've only got that to read, but then we have a separate story on this as well, so you got a sort of a bit of a bonus, as it were. But those are the end papers, guys, which I really like. So yeah, so yeah, really enjoying this. If you don't know about this, Viv is an ogre, and she's decided that she doesn't want to, fight, etc. anymore. So she decides that she's going to open a coffee shop in a city, and she's been guided by various things, and it's the people she meets, the people that come to work for her, what happens within the shop. I am really enjoying it. It's a fun read, and I should get that finished within at least by the middle of the week, because I'm only reading it at night. And then I picked up as my first book for the Seasons of Reading Spirit of Christmas Readathon. I picked up an anthology I started last year at Christmas time. I just didn't finish it because there were other things I was reading. So it is called A Keepsake Christmas, and each story is to do with a Christmas ornament, and I'm really loving it. I've read 2 of the books so far. They're very short, they're like 10-12 chapters each, but I'm really enjoying them. They're just such sweet stories. So yeah, so between those 2 books I will probably have enough reading to keep me going probably till the middle of the week, and then I'll change on to some of my other Christmas books here. I am planning to participate in Sarah the Bookish Knitter's category Christmas. I have 4 category romance books there. I have purchased another couple. So what I will do, I will actually leave a link to Sarah's announcement video in the description bar, so that if you wanted to come and join in, you can find out more about it. So that's kind of my reading for the next wee while. What am I going to be doing this weekend? As I've got my friend, she's coming this afternoon or early tonight, and she's here for the whole weekend. We've got no major plans at the moment. I know watching rugby will be part of it. I think it's just going to be a very chill weekend. We'll go out for coffee. That'll be nice. But I don't expect us to do any big sort of trip down to the borders. I could be wrong. We'll just wait and see how we all feel. But I think it's just going to be a really nice chill weekend. I may get her help and actually change the decor in my room this weekend and put Christmas stuff up, because I have some Christmas videos I want to put out, so I want to get them recorded and ready to go. But yeah, I will probably Christmasify my room. I do know that we are going to go and choose our Christmas tree on Sunday, so we're looking forward to that. But that's it for this video, friends. I hope you've enjoyed it. So I'm sorry, I'm just so tired, so I've probably got very little enthusiasm at the moment about my book, about what I was reading. But hopefully I will rest up this week and be better next week. But until my next video, friends, stay safe. Oh, I shouldn't say that. Please let me know down below if you've read any of the books I've mentioned. What are you reading? I would love to know. What are your plans for the weekend? Again, I would love to know. But now, until my next video, friends, stay safe, happy reading. Bye!